Okay, to everyone who has been here watching, commenting, sharing your stories in the comment section, thank you, genuinely. I read your messages, I see what you write, and it means more than you know that you trust this space with something as personal as your heart. If you are new here, welcome. You found this for a reason. And to those of you who keep coming back, I see you, and I am grateful for you. Now, let us get into this energy because, Virgo, what I am picking up for you right now is something that needs to be said. Stop scrolling because what is coming for you, the moment that is building in your energy right now, is not something you want to miss. There is a conversation on the horizon for you, Virgo, and when it happens, everything changes. Not just between you and someone else, everything inside of you shifts. And I need you to hear this fully because the cards and the energy around you right now are speaking so loudly, so clearly, that I would be doing you a disservice if I softened what I am receiving. This is your reading. And if you felt pulled to click here today, that was not an accident. Let us start with where you are right now because before we can talk about what is coming, we need to honor what you have been carrying. Virgo, you have been in a period of deep, almost uncomfortable stillness. And I know that for a sign like yours, a sign that is always analyzing, always processing, always trying to make sense of every single detail, that stillness has not been easy. You are someone who likes to understand things. You like to know the why behind everything. You like to feel prepared. And lately, you have been sitting in a space where nothing feels certain, where the answers have not been coming as quickly as you need them to, where you have been looking at a situation or a person and thinking, what is actually happening here? That tension you have been living inside of, that quiet, low hum of anticipation mixed with uncertainty, that is not confusion. That is preparation. Your soul has been preparing you for something. And the energy I am feeling around you right now is the energy of a moment that is finally beginning to crack open. There is someone in your orbit, Virgo, and I want to be very intentional about how I describe this energy because it is layered. This is not just about romance, though for many of you, romance is absolutely woven into this. This is about a connection that carries weight, a connection where words have gone unspoken for too long, where things have been felt deeply but not fully expressed, where there has been a kind of charged silence between you and another person that has been sitting there, building, waiting for the right moment to release. And that moment is getting closer. I am picking up on a conversation that is unlike any conversation you have had with this person before. Or in some cases, a conversation with someone new who walks into your life and immediately feels like they have always known you. Either way, Virgo, what I am seeing is an exchange, a moment of real, raw, unfiltered honesty that catches you completely off guard. Not in a frightening way, in the best possible way, in the way that makes your breath catch in your throat, in the way that makes time feel like it slows down for just a moment, in the way that makes you realize that everything you have been patient about, everything you have been holding space for, was leading directly to this. Now, Virgo, I want to talk about the energy you have been putting out into the world because it matters deeply in this reading. You have been doing work on yourself quietly, privately, in ways that other people may not even be aware of. You have been releasing old patterns, Old stories you used to tell yourself about what you deserve, about what love looks like for you, about whether you are truly seen or truly valued. And I want to acknowledge that work because it has not been small. It has been some of the most important work of your life. And here is what happens when a Virgo does that kind of inner work. When you strip away the perfectionism, when you stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable, when you stop over analyzing every interaction and instead allow yourself to simply be, the energy you carry becomes magnetic in a way that is almost impossible to ignore. People feel it, even people who do not know you well, even strangers. There is something about you right now that is drawing things toward you, drawing people toward you. And this conversation I am speaking about, it is being drawn toward you because of exactly who you are becoming. Let me describe what I am seeing in the energy more specifically because I want you to feel how real this is. I am seeing a moment, and for some of you, this may be a physical encounter. For others, it may begin digitally through a message or a call where someone says something to you that cuts straight through every wall you have ever built. Not in a way that feels invasive, in a way that feels like relief, like finally, like someone is actually seeing you. Not the version of you that is composed and controlled and always has it together, but the real you, the you that feels things so deeply it almost aches sometimes. The you that has quietly been hoping someone would notice. And Virgo, they do. They notice. And when they say what they say, and it is going to move through you in a way that is physical, not just emotional. Physical, like a warmth that spreads through your chest, like a tension you did not even know you were holding suddenly releasing from your shoulders, like something in your body just exhales. That is the moment I keep seeing for you. That is the moment your energy is building toward. Does this resonate with what you have been quietly hoping for? Is there someone in your life right now who carries this kind of charge in your energy? Let me know in the comments, Virgo. I read every single one. Now I want to speak to the ones of you for whom this is about a specific person, because I know some of you came here today with a face in mind, with a name sitting quietly in your chest. And if that is you, I want you to listen very carefully to what I am about to say. The dynamic between you and this person has been complicated. I feel that clearly. There has been back and forth, there has been push and pull. There have been moments where things felt close and then suddenly felt distant again, and you have been trying to figure out, is this real? Is this going anywhere? Am I reading too much into this? Or is there genuinely something here? The cards are saying it is real. The connection is real. The feeling you have about this person is not something you imagined. You did not make it up. You are not projecting. What you have felt between you is something that exists on both sides, even if one of you, and you know which one, has not fully found the words for it yet. And that is what this conversation is. This is the moment when the one who has been holding back finally stops holding back, finally says the thing they have been afraid to say, finally closes the distance that has been sitting between you both and chooses you. Virgo, I need you to be open to receiving that. Because sometimes, and I say this with so much love, you can be so guarded, so careful, so measured in how you let people in that even when someone is walking toward you with their whole heart, you second guess it. You look for the catch. You wonder what the hidden agenda might be. There is no catch this time. Allow it. Let me speak now about the energy of this reading on a deeper, more spiritual level. Because what is happening for you, Virgo, goes beyond just a romantic moment or a meaningful conversation. This is about a shift in your entire energetic field. For a long time, and I mean a genuinely long time, you have been operating from a place of subtle self protection, not in an obvious way, not in a way that others would easily see, but internally, you have been braced. You have been ready for disappointment. You have been loving with one foot slightly out the door, just in case things did not work out the way you hoped. And that is not a flaw in you. That is the result of things that happened before, things that taught you it was safer to hold back, safer to manage your expectations, safer to not fully surrender to hope. But something has been shifting in you lately, Virgo. I feel it in your energy so strongly right now. There is a part of you that is beginning to trust again, beginning to believe that maybe things can actually go the way you want them to, that you are allowed to want things fully, that you are allowed to hope without immediately armoring yourself against the possibility of loss. That shift, that opening, that is what is making space for what is coming. The universe, and I say this clearly and intentionally, the universe responds to your openness. It responds to your willingness to receive. And right now, Virgo, you are more open than you have been in a very long time. And the energy rushing in to meet that openness is extraordinary. This conversation I keep seeing is not just about what someone says to you, it is about how you respond. It is about whether you allow yourself to be fully present in that moment, whether you let yourself feel it completely instead of retreating into your mind and analyzing it from a safe distance. This is a moment that requires all of you. Your mind, yes, because you are always going to bring your mind, but also your heart, also your body, also that quiet, deep, knowing part of you that does not need logic to understand what is true. And when you show up in that moment fully, when you allow yourself to be completely seen and to completely see the other person in return, that is when everything opens. I want to pause here and ask you something, Virgo. Have you been allowing yourself to fully feel what you feel lately? Or have you been editing your emotions before they even fully form? Have you noticed yourself pulling back right at the moment when you could lean in? Take a breath with that question. And if it resonates, if something in you just recognized itself in those words, I want you to drop something in the comments. Even just a word, even just yes, because you are not alone in this, and I want you to know that. Now, let us talk about what happens after this conversation. Because the energy I am reading for you does not stop at the moment itself. What I am seeing is a ripple effect, a series of shifts that move outward from this one encounter and change the entire landscape of your life. For some of you, this is the beginning of something deeply intimate, a relationship that has been in its early stages suddenly accelerates into something real and serious and grounded. The walls come down, the pretenses fall away, and what you are left with is something that feels like home. For others of you, this conversation is actually a moment of clarity about where you stand. Not painful clarity, liberating clarity, the kind of clarity that comes when someone finally says out loud what has always been true. and you realize you no longer have to hold the weight of the unknown. You finally know, and knowing even when it is not the answer you originally expected is a gift because it frees you. It allows you to move forward with certainty instead of circling in the fog of what if. And for some of you, this conversation happens with yourself, an internal shift, a moment of recognition where you look honestly at your life, at your patterns, at the way you have been showing up in your connections, and you choose something different. You choose to show up fully, to love without apology, to want what you want without shame. All three of these outcomes are beautiful, Virgo. All three of them are growth. All three of them are exactly what your soul has been asking for. I want to speak to your body for a moment because the title of this reading carries that energy, and I want to address it with the seriousness and the beauty it deserves. There is a physical dimension to what is coming for you, and whether that manifests as literal physical intimacy or simply as a feeling of profound aliveness in your body, a sense of electricity, of being lit up from the inside, of your whole nervous system saying, yes, this here, now, the physical component of this moment is significant. Your body has been carrying so much, Virgo: tension, guardedness, the physical weight of unresolved emotion. And this moment, this conversation, is the thing that begins to release all of that. When someone finally meets you where you are, when the words that have been circling between you and another person finally land, when you stop thinking and start feeling, your body will know before your mind catches up. And for once, I want you to trust that. I want you to follow your body's knowing instead of waiting for your mind to approve it. That is where the real magic of this moment lives. As we move toward the close of this reading, Virgo, I want to speak to your worth for a moment because everything I have described today, the conversation, the shift, the intimacy, the opening, none of it happens by accident. None of it comes to you because of luck or timing or chance. It comes to you because of who you are, because you have done the work, because you have stayed honest with yourself even when it was uncomfortable, because you have continued to show up, continued to heal, continued to choose growth even in the seasons where growth felt slow and invisible and thankless. You have been becoming something, Virgo, something quietly extraordinary, and the world around you is beginning to reflect that back. This conversation that is coming, let it be proof of what you have built. Let it be confirmation that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Let it remind you that the patience you have carried, the care you have poured into yourself and into others, has not gone unnoticed by the universe. You are seen, you are valued, you are moving into something that is worthy of you. And here is what I want to leave you with. When this conversation happens, and it will happen because the energy around it is already in motion, I want you to be present for it, not in your head, not rehearsing your response before the other person finishes speaking, not analyzing the subtext while the moment is still alive. Present, right there, in your body, in your heart, in the full depth of who you are, because this moment deserves your full presence, and so do you. You have spent so long waiting for someone to choose you fully, to see you clearly, to say the thing that makes everything make sense. And when that moment arrives, when those words are spoken, and your whole body recognizes the truth of them. I want you to let it land, let it move through you, let it mean what it means. You do not have to protect yourself from good things, Virgo. You do not have to earn them in advance or brace yourself against them or decide they probably will not last before they have even fully begun. Allow the good. You are allowed the good. You are stepping into a version of your life where love does not feel like uncertainty, where connection does not feel like risk, where someone looking at you and truly seeing you does not feel too good to be true. It just feels like what you always knew, somewhere deep down, you deserved. That is where you are headed. And the conversation that gets you there, it is closer than you think. Stay open, Virgo. Stay grounded. Stay exactly who you are, because who you are is exactly what is calling this moment in. I love this energy for you, truly, from the bottom of my heart.